let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 orange. Come on, QB, come on. Check doing it. Greystone trap. Greystone trap. You got tight. You got tight. Ready.
On first down, it's Austin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Undercrunch.
They'll try the left side. Austin. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, it's Austin, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Play action. Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check your hot read. Check.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Charlie. Come on, dude. Ready. 44, come on. 80 weapon. Mike Bobo. Go.
we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Seattle.
Set, ready. 15 lining, 15 lining. Slam, slam, slam. Blue dot workers, blue dot workers. 44's Mike, 44's Mike. Check, check. And go.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Set, 18 Gator. Cross the pass, H3, 2, 18, chopper, chopper. Switch, switch. Showing it, run.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position. Where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd and 9, Haskins going deep for Hunt, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Hopkins, 77 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got 61. Matchbox, right.
They run it with Balaj. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is first and goal from about the 8. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Whip.
Now Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up to throw. He's got Smith here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Check. Be a long game. Quiet, 64, weak. Check 31. Delta. 44, Mike.
They'll set up a throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Complete. Smith has it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Mike 6. Come on. You better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 50, check 50.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Austin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Austin. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, it's Austin, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. Track. 44.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one taken in by Hester. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Austin. He will push his way down to about the 14. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
We called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
8, read. H3, 2, 18, drop
third down. He'll drop to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here we go. 8 together. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off. Near the 42.
We got this. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Down. 60 out block. Here we go. Red.
On 1st down, Austin. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go.
2nd and 2. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Completion number 3. Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
It's our field.
They're going to look to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run with Hines. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off there. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Here we go on fourth down. Haskins. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yep. 66. Bullet ride.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check. Crunch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down at the 5-yard line.
61. Matchbox. Right. 44 is the mic. 40 ready.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Myers' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Check 13. Check 13. Yeah, yeah.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
So Mike's number one. They're going to need some therapy after this. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Mike's both. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Kill. 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd down now. It's Austin. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Hey, Reed. Bring it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Haskins. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Austin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And a give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
You're going to see me in your nightmares. Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Got it. Topper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. This one caught by Ridley. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Get ready. Get ready. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, it's Haskins. It's complete to Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, check. Press down. Press down. Press down. Mike 6.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and now it's third down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got Smith here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Complete. Smith has it. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Austin looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Austin, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Matchbox, light. Delta. Ready.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The open man is Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Balaj. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and goal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Pick it up. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Haskins on 1st down. Haskins hit and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready. Go. Watch 56. Hey, let's get in them holes. Check.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep. And got his man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to Austin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Check 24. Check the backer. Yes! Set, go!
Now back to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
44, 44, Mike, 44. Alpha. The curl, watch the curl.
They'll set up a throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught at the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
Banjo.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Squeeze. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Haskins will throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there, defensive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. One final shot for Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.